I have a question for you. Do you hate these flashy surface level graphic emails that almost everyone in e-commerce industry sends? Are you an e-commerce brand that wants to build a long-lasting relationship with your email list beyond these kind of discounts? Okay, here's the alternative to those graphic HTML billboards, and it is authentic emails with storytelling baked in, sometimes. So today, in fact, I will show you how I wrote authentic style email sequences for this e-commerce brand, and I will get into details right now, so let's get into it. But first I need to show you the difference between their emails right now and mine. And here I subscribed to their email list around 9 months ago. Here you can see February 25th, and let's click on a random one, this for example, and you see very traditional, this like that, like that, like that, like that. So, and now I'm going to show you how I wrote differently email sequences for them. So here we go, and here's the email sequences that I wrote. There are tens of them, and yeah, here we have email, welcome email, cart abandonment, then post, what is it? Order confirmation, post-purchase emails. Yeah, each of them have different quantities. And how I did it: first of all, I researched this business, which is Freshest Best, their origin story, their product line, their ingredients, their reviews, the customers that left them, and other also things like blog posts and partnerships and things like that. So here I'm going to share you the context of this business, which is Freshest Best, and they have 4 types of food categories. I'm going to explain you the process of how I came up with emails before I will dive into emails. I researched their website, what they have, their origin story, which is this. By the way, I also used this and turned it into like story-based welcome email which shares the origin story of the brand. So yeah, I carefully look at and throw these products, their ingredient list, what this business uniqueness is, and other things, like for example there's a success stories, which is like happy customer reviews. And with all this ammunition, I bumped it all into my Google Docs for ideas here, and then used to come up with emails. Now let's get into emails. So finally, this part about the emails. Okay, I want to share with you the psychology behind this kind of email marketing. Yeah, you notice that this is just a plain text, and I'm not doing any kind of graphic emails, flash or image HTML kind of stuff. Just like every other email marketer on YouTube is saying, like, oh, welcome sequence, you put this image button above the fold so people can click it. No, because is year after year, those kind of emails will give you a really diminished returns, and they don't really build any kind of relationship with your list. Like, who wants to open every time those kind of emails and read them about how great your product is, that it has some vitamin B, and yeah, it helps shed fat. It's almost like a Wikipedia with images, and not really sustainable in the long term. And businesses should be sustainable in the long term. Well, email channel is one of those vehicles to help with this goal. All right, yeah, okay, my psychology is being genuine and sharing the real kind of source, or being outstanding in the inbox of people by being completely different, like telling stories that no one else is telling. And actually it's simpler than you think. Here, for example, welcome sequence. Yeah, I'm gonna show this time only sequences that I came up with after researching this Freshest Best. First, welcome email. After on the opt-in, they offer 10% discount, so I'm doing the 10% discount here. But just look how I'm doing it. I'm not just saying welcome to our family, here's your discount, enjoy. Yeah, and no, here, let's see, subject line, you signed up for this, now there's no way back. It's already different. Mostly you see subject lines like welcome and here's your discount, or something like that. And now the body copy, hi, Stacy here, the name of the founder. And yeah, providing context, so in case people will check their emails later after day, 2 days, weeks, and so they will kind of remember from where this email is coming from. Give me your email in this world full of distractions and dangers online. So I'll make it bigger. And dangers online. So as I promised, here is your discount code for 10% off on your first purchase. And this is a link to the website. But one more thing. I actually have a favor for you, and please believe me, it will be quick. It will help me as a small business owner in Milwaukee to understand where my customers come from and focus on those channels. So how did you find Fresh is best? Did someone recommend it to you? Or was it a Google search or something else? It will really help me if you reply to this email. I read every response. Seriously, I'm not a big corporate enterprise to be too busy for such a thing. Well, if you have some questions, you can also reply to this email and I will do my best to answer to you. So enjoy your discounted shopping here. Again, the link, and so close. So that's it. Simple and it sounds humane. The purpose of this first email, it is to, I'm not saying by the way, oh, please flag me, whitelist this email so you will receive me always on the, promotion tab, kind of thing. It is like, in this email, we're providing, keeping the promise about discount, and then asking one more thing, like a human, hey, a favor, yeah? And when people is reading it, for example, oh, I'm actually helping to them. I'm not giving into the marketing tricks. I'm helping to this small business owner in Milwaukee to understand from where customers coming from. So just hitting reply to the email and say, oh, I found you from Instagram, from Google ad. When the business is sending or getting the replies, it's actually like helping their deliverability, because it's showing to the email service providers and that this business, oh man, I'm so much rambling, that this business is like desired, people are replying to it, it's not just spamming and stuff, and maybe it will help you get from promotions tab to the main primary tab of the people's inboxes. Yes. Now second email. Yeah, the subject lines are not like written in a like catchy, attention grabbing way, but they are more written in a natural way, like this is how my pet food is made. But still they appeal to those people who are pet owners, and since feeding pet with a healthy food is probably in their interests, they can potentially open these emails, and it probably has some curiosity, like what, this is how my pet food is made. Mostly people like what they send in their subject lines. Let's see. So yeah, and here we see subject lines. Ditch the pet food fillers. Okay. Fresh is best just got tastier. We've upgraded your pet's menu. Fresh flavors still 10% off. Keep pets happy while you're away. Okay, enough. So you got the idea. Yeah, it sounds like it was written by ChatGPT. Now, yeah, again to these sequences, and I kind of take maybe too long time to explain, but this one is a bit too wordy, 2 pages. I will try to read it as fast as possible and explain to you why I did it in that way. Hello, Stacy here. Do you know exactly what your pet food is made of? Or how it's made? What kind of ingredients are in it and why? For some people, the topic of the pet food industry and their ingredients is a never-ending debate. Grain-free is good. No, grain is utterly dangerous. Actually, it depends. The most important thing is to avoid soy. Yeah. And you can discover an abundance of comments online like this. But you know what I discovered in March of 2000 about pet food? The raw, natural and fresh meat is the best for dogs and cats. I have had pets for more than 2 decades, so I know that for a fact. My pets have been healthy and happy since then. The simpler the ingredients names are to read, the better. And that is why on my ingredient list you will see a very natural things that human brain can process, like beef livers, beef hearts, cantaloupes, cabbages, beef kidneys, kale, collards, fish bone meal, oyster shell powder, sunflower oil, dried kelp and more. And did you notice it? There's no wholesome grain corn, soybean meal, chicken byproduct meal or other fluff like that. Mostly these ingredients are just a waste from meat industries that are processed until they get an unrecognizable shape. but the manufacturers compensate for their squash with a beautiful image of a beef steak on a package. I would point fingers at those brands because I don't care about them now. Unless, on the other hand, in my product's packaging is transparent and you can immediately see the dried meat sliced in different shapes without getting pulverized into a mush. That's how confident I am in my products. I don't need fancy pictures on them to make you feel like they are natural. Want to see them? You can take a look at them here. And link to the page. Wish you the best. Stay safe, La Point. So here you go. It took me 2 minutes to read this one, and this is really the ingredient list that I took from the website. Like for example, beef. Like for example, this one. And here's the ingredients. And you see on the ingredient list, where is it? This beef livers, beef hearts, small. Beef hearts, and this is literally what it says on the website on their page, so I'm not lying. I didn't came up with this one. I cut it on the WASP because it was too long. So okay, the psychology behind this email, or maybe most emails, how to write them if you are a e-commerce brand or any brand, yeah, trying to build a relationship. If you're writing one email, it's best to be about one topic. Here, this is just about how pet food is made. Yeah, I did a digression about others debates, but it was still about debate related to pet foods, ingredients, and the way they are made. And then softly transitioning towards how mine is made, or I mean, this business owners. And after that, did you notice it? Slow transition. There is no wholesome grain, like the very doubtful, kind of shady ingredients that people are distrust and have heard a lot of bad things about them. So, and clearly pointing that there is no such thing. But manufacturers, like others who are including this stuff, they're compensating with those flashy, juicy steak meat images. On the other hand, I am like, really, look at this. Which has, where's this? Okay, transparent packaging. You literally can see on these images through their packages how the food is looking. So I'm not lying. I'm actually showing the uniqueness of this brand. In my products, packaging is transparent, yeah, and yeah, it sounds natural. There's pretty easy to read and people can understand, and that's how confident I am in my products. I don't need fancy stuff. Want to see them? You can take a look at them here. Soft pitch, no hard selling, and that is the psychology behind my approach. Or not exactly mine. The other people, email marketers, came up way before me. I'm just sharing it on YouTube now because I didn't saw anyone do this on YouTube much. So yeah, soft pitch, and there's a ton of other emails, but this video will get really long if I will cover all of them here. Instead, yeah, what I will say, now it's time for me to do my soft pitch. If you want me, like, let me put myself here. If you want me to write emails for your business, e-commerce, SaaS, info business, to sell your products and build a relationship with your audience, well, you can message me. The link is in the description. Bye bye.